Hey guys, this is Blue Blur here on Blue Swerve TV. Today we're going to be covering Robot Entertainment's Orcs Must Die 2. Orcs Must Die was the original tower defense game. They made a 2, which is heavily involved with co-op, so co-op is now a new feature. Before we jump into the action, let's take a little look at the options menu. Let's look at the key bindings. It's a typical WSAD game. There is a sprint, jump, primary action, left mouse, right mouse, zoom, previous loadouts. You can scroll between weapons, action, rotate gear, large map, blood map, pretty much all the controls. So let's jump in. As you can see, I'm playing this on pretty high settings, full resolution, graphic detail very high. I probably could put the anti-aliasing to probably 8 and not have any issues with it, but for this I will only just do, I'll just do 2. So let's just jump right in. Now I did a War Mage, that's the character. Let me go back to the characters and show you. So you can have a sorceress or a War Mage. From what I've been hearing, War Mages are far easier than sorceresses. I don't know how true that is, but I guess we'll figure it out as we go along here. So let's jump right in. As you can see, I'm pretty far into the regular story mode here. Just for this video purposes, I'm just going to show you a brief, very brief beginning of this. And here is the spellbook. Now, the spellbook enables you to have different weapons, traps, trinkets, and vanity. Vanity is mostly cosmetic stuff, like, you know, your outfit or whatever. It's basically outfits. Weapons. These are all the weapons that you can unlock. Right now, I'm only using the blunderbuss, which is the first weapon you get. As you can see, you can fully upgrade each thing in terms of damage, and the grenades cost less mana. And there's different uniques to every item in the game. So this is like your weapons. You have flame bracers, ice ammy, blade staff, crossbow, alchemist satchel, bone amulet, dwarven hammer, ring of lightning, vampiric gauntlets, wind belt. Wind belt is very key in later games. You're gonna definitely need it. Right now, I'm just kind of messing around here. Now, the coolest part is the traps. They did a very, very huge improvement from the first one. Now you can have a large variety of traps to help you get past these orcs. And some of them are like the Archer Guardian, Archer Wall. Now, do keep in mind that if you are a War Mage, you do have access to certain traps that sorceresses don't. So, for example, the Arrow Wall is a acid wall for the sorceress, which I believe slows them and deals damage over time. The Arrow Wall can be set on ceilings and whatnot. I'm not sure about the other the sorceress side, but let's figure this out. Oh, and at any time, if you're unsatisfied with the build you currently have, you can always refund your skulls to change up your strategy in terms of whatever you're playing as. So let's just do the first level. This is just a brief run through. Now this is actually great because it tells you exactly how the map layout is going to be. In the top left, you have the objective, which is obviously don't let them escape. You do have a currency in the game, so you do spend points on such things as traps and minions if you have archers or paladin guardians or whatever. Rift points, which is in the top right, that's how many people can go through without you losing. I do know that certain characters are worth more points, so just be careful of that. Unlike me, I'm a perfectionist, so no guys are going to get through for me. So let's start this.
Was this how it would end? Trapped.
Yeah, it's just some intro video. Okay, so this is your basic loadout. As you can see here, there is a train running through, which you can use to your advantage. If they do stand in front of the train, they do get hit, so just keep that in mind. and this is a train path, so you can actually change the way the train goes. And it shows you on this little top mini map in the top right. All right, so let's build a very basic defense here.
May cause death.
Most important thing to get are the tar traps. That's a key part of the game. And let's just do something like this. Very simple. It is only the first level, so I'm not too concerned. And let's press G and unleash the horde.
Stabbing time.
So they're going to come out of this rift here, and they're going to get wrecked by these spikes.
In the face.
Now that's my alternate thing. The blunderbuss has a grenade launcher. Blunderbuss is a great weapon. It's a great all-around weapon, and enables you to push back enemies as well as do decent damage to them. Only thing that really sucks about it is that you do have to reload it after every shot. So it's just something to keep in mind. I can just really rape like all these dudes right now, but
This'll slow them up.
just for video purposes,
Whenever you guys are ready.
I'm not going to. So let's just watch them just get wrecked. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to watch them. Now, each trap does have a recharge time, which you do have to keep in mind when doing your defenses. You just can't really set up and let your traps do everything. They do have a recharge time, so just keep that in mind when making your specific defenses here. Now, those are the tar traps. What they do is they slow down severely. Now, those arrow walls, they can be upgraded to shoot fire arrows, which I do have. They really help just with damage over time, and they become very, very important late game.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome.
Oh yeah, and at any time you can sell your traps for full, so it's not too bad. If you feel like you messed up or whatever, you can easily fix it. Let's just do some guardians here. And those are archers. Basically, they single target enemies and basically just shoot them down. I do have a dwarf here, which has a melee attack as well as a range. So, and they can take a little bit of punishment as well. So they're good at distracting and, you know, having your traps do all the work for you, which they're doing right now. This is the ice amulet, which is pretty cool. You can freeze them in place. And that is the alternate attack, which freezes all the enemies in a single radius. So it's really, really cool stuff here. I mean, it's done very, very well. These are barricades. I'm just gonna make them walk this path of doom here. Now keep in mind, this is very, very late game stuff that I have. You're not going to have access to all this stuff early game. But this is just a quick view of this game and how it runs. Look at those archers, man. They just rip stuff right now. They're just wrecking people.
Some new decorations.
Oh yeah, and make sure you keep the combat dialogue up. They do say very, very funny stuff, especially if you're playing with co-op, which is a really, really cool feature that they just added and enables you to play with your friends, obviously. And that is the 5-star victory dance. I really wouldn't expect me to get anything less, but just for edge purposes. So, you get these things called skulls for every level you complete, and you can use that to purchase new spells. So, I have 14 now, and the really cool thing about this is that they keep you can play the same level over and over and over again and still get skulls. They made it that so that if you're having trouble with a level, you can boost up your defenses and spend some skulls on upgrades. Like I said, it's a very friendly game. Don't expect you know, smashing your keyboard or breaking your mouse over this game. It's a really fun game. So there is, now I want to keep in mind, I want to emphasize this, there is a time limit. So if you're going for the 5 skull challenge, which is getting 5 skulls on every single mission and story and everything, there is a completion time. So when you do have like this time to boost up your defenses, you are timed. So don't think it's not timed. Each pause in the game is timed. So just make sure that you know exactly what you're doing, and you can spend as little time as possible boosting up your defenses and trying to come up with strategies. Okay, so this is a first look at Orcs Must Die 2 by Robot Entertainment. This is Blue Blur with Blue Swerve TV, and I will catch you next time. Take care, guys.